Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I came in today to talk about the Queen Supreme Court, this past Monday's episode with Maddie and Funky Dineva. Now y'all, I know I've been away for a while, but Maddie brought me out of retirement to come in and talk about all the drama that followed the broadcast this past Monday. The show with Funky Dineva and Maddie, I think they have great chemistry. And I think when it comes to Funky Dineva, Maddie has struck gold. Because of the chemistry they have, it makes for a fun show. They balance each other. Where Maddie brings a lot of comedy and, celebrity information and all of that, I think that Funky Dineva balances it with the intellectual part. He is funny in his own right, and his little quick comebacks to Maddie's comedy, I just think they have chemistry. And I wish that he could be the permanent co-host. But that's just something that I dream of, and not sure if Maddie has even considered it, but I think they would be great together. But what I really wanted to talk about is what happened in the after show. And everybody knows what that is. Tamar Braxton dropped down into the comments on the after show and shaded Funky Dineva. Evidently, her sidekick, that James Chanel, I believe is his name, went and told her that Funky Dineva was on the Queen Supreme Court talking shit about her. And that's not what happened. They brought up the walking out that Tamar did from Iyanla Fix My Life or whatever. And, they brought up that the reason why that Tamar walked out is because Iyanla had started to ask her about being molested, and Tamar didn't feel that that was the place to do it. She felt betrayed because she said she'd only told 2 people, and she wondered how that got out. So in the show, Funky Dineva spoke on that. Now, what he didn't do is he didn't crack jokes about Tamar being molested at all. Every time he came to the point where he talked about that, he broke and he said, well, wait a minute, let's be serious about this part because this is nothing to joke about. Now, what he did joke about is her African or Jamaican new man, and how she's gushing over him and she only knew him for a month, and he talked about they better watch their credit because the guy will steal their social security numbers and get credit cards and all that, and he was making jokes about that, but he never joked about the seriousness of a molestation charge, someone messing with a child. He said that he could not do that, that was not anything to be played with, that it was serious. So when Tamar came into the comments, calling him names and saying all kind of negative stuff, it stopped Funky Dineva and Maddie in their tracks. Maddie, you could tell, was visibly upset. She didn't know what to do. She was caught, because everything was going along so great. And then she's reading the comments and she stumbles upon this comment from Tamar. And you could tell Maddie didn't know what to do. Now, a lot of people felt that Maddie left Funky Dineva hanging because Funky Dineva was saying, look, I did not say anything negative about her being molested. He was mad. He said, I did talk about her man and all of that, but I would not play with someone being molested. I have, sisters, cousins, mother, aunts, he was visibly upset. And he was telling Maddie, now, Maddie, you remember, I did not say anything. You need to tell these people. And even watching it, I knew at that moment that Maddie found herself in a quandary. She wanted to go back and watch and make sure that they didn't say anything funny or crazy about this girl's allegations that she was molested. But I guess a lot of the commenters got down in the post and started blasting Maddie about not supposedly, supporting Funky Dineva. But the last day or so, Maddie made a video and she talked about wanting to go back, watch the running of the show to see exactly what was said before she made a comment on it. And you know what? I think that was the classiest thing to do. She said, I did not want to take someone's word for what happened. I wanted to actually watch it myself and make my own assessment. And after rewatching it, Maddie said, we this man did not say anything negative about this child being molested, and Tamar got it all wrong, and whoever ran that information to her got her upset for no reason. And y'all, I thought that was the classiest thing to do. I applaud Maddie for taking the time to go back and rewatch, and that way she can support her friend Funky Dineva with all of her being, because she knew after watching it that nothing negative was said. Y'all, I kind of compare this to like when you have two children and one child comes to you and tells you that the other one did something to you, because it's obvious that Maddie, really cares about Funky Dineva, and she has a friendship or relationship with Tamar. So she didn't want to jump out there half cocked, favoring one or the other. Just like when a parent is trying to, squelch a little drama between two children. The parent will get all the facts first before, they get on the one that was in the wrong or check the one who's doing the accusing. And that's what Maddie did. And for that, I applaud her. I think that Maddie and this show, there are going to be people that like what is said on the show, and there are going to be people that totally don't ride with some of the things that go on and some of the things that are said. I think that Tamar was given the wrong information, and being Tamar, she jumped out there without checking her facts and end up having to come back and apologize. Before you accuse somebody of something and go off on somebody the way Tamar went off on Funky Dineva, that was the most uncomfortable thing, because to watch him standing there trying to defend himself, after a while it started to piss me off, because I was thinking, I watched the whole show and I did not see where he said anything negative about her being molested. Now, he did go in on her man and telling Tamar to help Tracy with the show and all that kind of stuff. But every time he talked about that molestation part, he would stop and say, y'all, this is serious. We cannot joke about this part, because this is not something that should be joked about, especially not in today's world. So on that one, I am totally 100% on the side of Funky Dineva. I support Maddie for being the class act that she is, taking the time to go back, watch what happened, and make sure that her guest co-host did not say anything negative when it came to a subject such as molestation. Y'all, thank you for watching my video. I just wanted to come in and touch upon that because it has caused like a uproar, in these YouTube streets, where Maddie had to come in and defend her handling of the situation, because a lot of people wanted her to jump out there and blast Tamar and all of that, and Maddie having the foresight of, okay, let me do this the right way, taking that time and going back and watching on her own. It just makes me love her even more. And with that, y'all, Thanks for watching my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. You take care now. Bye-bye.